Warning: the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, Creepers and Geekers? Chris, Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today, guys? I am really excited about this video. Really excited. It's not that we haven't played this game before on the channel. We played it a few times. It's one of the Creep's original collection, meaning it's a game I had when the Atari was still on store shelves. But this is part of a double feature over at Atari.io for the High Score Squad Challenge. The next couple weeks, you have the choice of playing Astroblast here on the Atari 2600, which we're going to do tonight. I got my Atari Junior out and my actual paddle controllers. I'm not using the Ranger for this. Or you could play the Intellivision port, which is Astrosmash. I always mix the two up. And I probably will interchange them by mistake a few times, so just deal with it. Just deal with it. I already submitted a score for Astrosmash. It was 111,000, but I played it all night. I played it on emulation, and just something about it just seemed way too easy. Almost unnecessarily easy. So I said, you know, I'm going to go back to this one. This is one I grew up with. This is a game I played a lot as a kid. We've played it a couple times here and there on the channel, but I've never truly just buckled down and sat and played this legit, meaning constantly trying to better myself. I would play it, record it, and then forget about it. But for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be playing this game quite a bit, probably live in a lot of instances. But enough talking. Let's just play the damn game. Now, we're playing it with both difficulty switches at B. And when you play that way, you're in control. You're in control of firing. You can hold the button down. Ah, shit. And get a rapid fire response kind of situation like that. Or you could just individually fire, like most games are like. If you've never played this game, or either of them really, they both have the same kind of scoring structure. It's kind of like it's like the ultimate risk versus reward. You'll notice as I'm blowing asteroids up, I'm getting points. But if I let any go past, I lose points. So you really have to determine in any given situation how far you want to go with this. You know, there's a ton of over there going really fast. A lot of times it's better, you know, just let some go. Just let some of them go. Don't try to sit there and clear the screen. Get what you can. Like right there was a cluster. You have a better chance of getting that cluster unless they're going wicked fast. Now you have to get that. If that hits the ground, you're dead. But for some reason, this one always seemed harder to me than the Intellivision port. And I don't know what it is. It's a paddle game. So the paddle, God, anytime I have to use a paddle, I'm ecstatic. I love paddle games. Absolutely love paddle games. Absolutely love them. And as long as you don't focus on what you're missing out on, you're generally pretty good. You get 10 lives to play around here. I mean, I'm pretty sure you gain lives as you go. I could be wrong on that. It's been a long time. You know, even when I had this back in the day, I never read the manual. But this is one of those games, even when I had... Now, check it out. So I had my Atari in my bedroom, right? And it was only me in the bedroom. I didn't have a bedroom partner, like me and my brother or something like that. Fuck. I'm losing lives just talking to you. This isn't a game that you really can talk through, too. But I had a small TV that I pulled out of the trash. And it worked fine. It's just one of the dials was missing or something. And I remember we had to use a pair of pliers or something like that to get it to channel 3. Well, maybe it was already on channel 3 because of cable. I don't remember. I just remember you couldn't change the channel on the thing. And we literally just had it in my bedroom. And that's all we did with it, was we played Atari until I got my Nintendo. And even when I had my Nintendo, and the whole reason I'm even telling you this is because this is a game I would play all the time. even with the Nintendo in my house, I would still sit down and play a couple of hours. Atari games are one of those things where, let's see, 4360, I'll have to try to remember that. Atari games, as we all know, are one of those things where it's like, okay, you play a couple rounds and you switch the cartridges. That's what we did. We always had the pile of cartridges around the console. Never in a neat order or anything like that. But we would sit there and we would play them. And it was over with afterwards. And if it was a game that like Warlords or something like that, then there was a little more time invested in it because you had other people involved and it was fun. Whereas with this game with me, it was just the opposite. It was one of those games where I always tried to better myself at it. Always tried to better myself. And I could always at least get 5 digits. Once in a while I would get 6 digits. Again, to me, this port is harder than the Intellivision. But we just do what we can do. We do what we can do. Okay, 4360. Let me reset the game. Alright. And you notice that the screen changes color after certain scores. Lets you know that you've made it to a different tier, so to speak. And I believe the scoring changes as well with that. I believe the amount of points you get for destroying the asteroids or meteors, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what the manual calls them. Increases as well. To go into what I normally don't do, I don't go into the game that much, but since this is a game from my childhood that I absolutely love, we'll talk about it. You notice there's 2 sizes of asteroids, little ones and big ones. If you hit the big ones just right in the middle, they don't break off into 2 pieces like that just did. They'll just destroy, and you'll get more points for it, I believe. I don't think you get more points for having to break them up individually. You'll get more points because you have more things to destroy, obviously. God, the sound. The sound of this game. Guys, you're listening to my childhood. You're listening to many, many hours after school. After school. Now those things right there, I think they call them satellites in the manual. But if those things touch the ground, you're dead. Even if you're nowhere near it. See, I'll show you for example. See? That always tripped me out when I was a kid. I didn't realize why I kept dying. And then it light shined on Marblehead, as we say here. But it's one of those games that, I hate those missiles, those bombs. If you're nowhere near it when it touches down, you're okay. Whereas in Astrosmash, if they touch the ground, they'll come after you. But if you're nowhere near them in the Atari port, and they touch the ground, you're fine. You're usually fine. It'll just disappear. Now, I'm not going to lie. I have a little bit of a bragging to do here. I suggested this double feature. And I was excited that that Justin honored my request. Because I really wanted an excuse to sit down and play this. Which is funny because, like I said, I played the Intellivision port the other night. And when I say I played it the other night, I mean I played it almost all night. And it took me almost all night to get 100,011. It took me that long to do it. But I remember thinking to myself, the Atari port's so much harder, and you can't play that on emulation very well anyway. It doesn't control well at all. So I said to myself, I'm gonna probably stick to the Atari port. And I think I'm gonna be better for it because I really love this game. This game means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And I really would suggest if you have a good set of paddles, put this in, set both of your things to B, both of the difficulties, to start off with anyway. And just give this one a try. It's one of those M Network carts. We used to call them the spaceship looking carts. Because they look like rockets. It's just such a great game. And it is. It's one of those games where it drives you to be better. And so few Atari games, I mean, don't get me wrong, most Atari games are about the high score. But you just try to get the high score. It's like Justin was explaining to me how to get a really sick score in Mario Brothers, and I appreciate him for helping me out and all that. Justin, I know you're going to be watching this, so please don't take this the wrong way. But I remember thinking to myself, what fun is that? I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're in a situation where you've got to beat someone's high score, especially if it's for a pizza, you know, going back to when I was a kid, or lunch at school, we used to do that all the time. We would play for school lunches. You know, you buy me a lunch for a week, stuff like that. But I'm thinking to myself, if you're just playing, what fun is that? Doing like weirdo tricks just to try to win. I never understood it. Whereas this, you know, yeah, I'm trying to get a high score, but I'm playing it for fun. And I really want to just play it for fun. And there's few games like that on the Atari, for me anyway. I mean, there's plenty of games I can always play. But the duration, that's another story altogether. 95, 160, not too bad for a second run. Let's play one more just for fun. I know we're going over 10 minutes. But you cats love this shit. I don't know. I can't sit there and watch people play games for long. Like whenever someone's live, like Brian's Man Cave goes live a lot, I'll be watching and I'll be listening, more importantly, to what he's got to say. But more times than not, I'm doing something in the background, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Oh, shoot. My paddle jittered. I think I'm going to have to pull these apart and clean them again. One of the times I cleaned these, I used, no, it was the driving paddles, because I set one up to Brian's Man Cave, speaking of him again. Oh, shit, that was bad. Oh, see? See? I got greedy. Just take your time, shoot what you can. Don't go nuts. I mean, if you're a savant and you can get every one of them, great. Good for you. Well, I used WD-40 on it. A lot of people lost their mind. I don't normally do that. Because WD-40, all it'll do is collect more dirt after the fact. But I just didn't have any contact cleaner on hand. And WD-40 is not bad, as long as you use it in moderation. And don't use it as, like, your go-to. I did eventually go out and get contact cleaner and did it properly. But that's also a different type of potentiometer, I believe, than the paddle controllers. Oh, I haven't broken 1,000 yet? What the fuck? There we go. It's pretty freaky when it starts to strobe like that, when you're like right there at that threshold of the next level. I guess you could call it a level, right? Damn, I'm shitting the bed in this one. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that so you... Oh, shoot, I thought I got it right in the middle. But yeah, I might figure out a way to play this live. I don't want to do an emulation. And whenever I go live on YouTube with my phone, well, that was back in the past, though. It was always screwy. I always, ask Linda the Gamer Girl, she knows. She used to come watch us live all the time. Especially when I would have the ladies with me, you know? The stupid app would shut down constantly. But yeah, with this game, just take your time. Don't worry about what you're missing. Just try to make a nice, even deal about it. And you know what? It'll take forever to do whatever. But if you take your time and not worry about it too much, you'll get it. You'll get the points. Fuck. It'll take longer, but you know what? So what? It's not the destination, it's the journey, remember? I really thought I was going to be able to get underneath that. Maybe because of the time in the video, I just don't give a shit, but I'm going to be playing this a lot more tonight. There you go. There you go. That's Astroblast, not Smash. And we're playing this again for the Atari.io High Score Squad Challenge. One of my favorite games on the Atari 2600. May not be the best game in the world, but It's definitely one I played a lot as a kid, and I hold this one near and dear to my heart. And I can't say enough good things about it. So I need to get better at it. I need to get good at this game again, because not seeing me get at least 10,000 is frustrating me to no end. But guys, I want to know what you think. Which one do you think is better anyway? Have you played both of them? Which one do you find better? I think the Intellivision one's a better game. I love this one more because of my history with it, and I get to use the paddle controls. I don't know, it's kind of a 50-50 to be honest with you. But I'd like to hear what you have to say. Guys, come over there with Tar.io. Jump in on the High Score Squad Challenge. It's so fun. Just go in the forum, scroll down. You'll find it. No problem. Maybe I'll put a link to it down below if I remember to do so. And join us. It's your choice. And you can play emulation. You can play original hardware or anything in between, as long as you're honest about your score. It's a good group of guys, and it's all camaraderie. It's good times. So guys, thank you always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Go ahead and leave feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all feedback to the Creep is positive, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I can't say that enough. I know I say it multiple times. Don't forget, we're still fighting Alzheimer's. Link down below. You know what to do, blah, blah, blah. If I owe you a prize, like the PlayStation games, they're going out on Friday. I have them all packaged up, ready to go. And you should see them probably early next week. Thanks always so much for watching. Until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.